You like Portland?
Dude, okay, so we'll talk about Portland hype in a second, but right now we have that's not true. It's the homie Junebug versus Babaganoush. But wait, is this a doubles? This is a doubles match. Yeah. This is a doubles match. This is Seagull, Joe, and Junebug versus Babaganoush and Oracle.
Oh yeah, they said we were going to get some hype doubles matches.
This is what MDVA versus Long Hair Don't Care? I mean, that's the only thing you could possibly call it. What else could you call it?
I think so. But Long Hair Don't Care going in.
Long Hair Don't Care. Dude, they're taking the name Long Hair Don't Care by my suggestion. Dude, commentator's blessing right there, man.
Blessing. No curses, dude.
No curses here. We are not pirates. We're going to Smashville for game number 1.
Game number 1. The doubles is so interesting to commentate. We got 2 Diddies in the house, one dark, one light.
Yeah, and Seagull Joe, to some extent, reminds me a lot of Luck. Junebug, of course, opting for the more fundamental-based Diddy Kong. And Seagull, I feel like he just overall has really, really good item control, in particular with the banana. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a situation where, of course, both players will be having the peels, but if Seagull is going to be using the peel a lot more aggressively to set up for some hard knockdowns for Junebug to essentially convert on.
And we could potentially see a double banana scenario from one Diddy, a la Brawl. And that's where Seagull Joe comes from, is a Brawl background, so he is definitely really good with those items.
That's true. I mean, he did play Wolf back in the Brawl days, but hey, he also did play that 3.2 Diddy with those double banana hype. But let's see how things are going to play out. Oracle, even though he has his tag at 200%, actually died a little bit early in that last stock.
Early. He's going to have to live to 200% at least this time.
At least, but whoa, will he get a chance? Much damage, but nice. That fair was excellently placed. Junebug taking a stock loss pretty soon out the gate.
That forwarder, that's something you always do when you come up as Rob. You always want to forward the ledge just in case they're not going to refresh their invincibility.
You know, yeah, exactly. That first frame that is available, fair. Shout outs to Amsa from the Netherlands, actually, for that one.
A third Amsa.
No, he's Brother Amsa. Whenever people say Brother Amsa, they talk about that Amsa.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he's the Sheik.
You're talking about the Sheik Amsa.
Yeah, the Sheik Amsa. Yeah, from the Netherlands. He's great. Okay, nice. Whoa, drop down fair. This is a bit of a revenge match for Junebug. If I remember correctly, Oracle put a pretty good pounding to him whenever it came down to the weekly before Low Tier City 3. He actually ended up taking first place over Junebug, who would later go on to take first in Low Tier City 3. So there's a bit of vengeance on the line, I'd say.
We definitely have some, a little bit of vengeance going on here.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Got a rivalry.
Right now, I haven't really seen Babaganoush really doing too much. One of the issues with Snake in doubles is you don't have as much breathing room.
Yeah, I feel he's got like a Falco-esque problem when you're looking at Melee, just making a comparison. He has a Falco-esque problem where he's very projectile-based, and he kind of loses that part of him in doubles. And I mean, at the very least, he has to be so careful and play so differently with that area of his arsenal.
Still pretty close, about a stock lead right now for the green team, but looking at that percentage, that could be eaten away almost immediately. Seagull Joe being the stock tank right now for green, but Junebug on the right side of the field trying to put in some work against Oracle. And he's been studying the matchup a lot, but whoa, left side of the screen, Seagull Joe, really nice. Joe nearly netted the KO with that banana.
That would have been a big piece of the puzzle right there.
Yeah, but either way, once again, still a 1 stock difference, but now Oracle in the triple digits. Can he live up to that 200% tag? He's going to need to if they want to get back into this match.
They're pretty even right now. I mean, I think really the danger would be if Babaganoush got really, really high and he was close to death.
Apparently somebody else in the venue might be trying to upload some videos. Hence we're dropping a lot of frames. Sorry, y'all, but don't worry. We're going to have these VODs available. YouTube.com/journeylocator.
Yeah, we are these are being local recorded.
Yep.
We're not just relying on VODs right here, which I think is a brilliant idea, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, maybe streaming circumstances aside. Whoa! Forget the stream for a second. Oracle, with that double kill, turned this game around entirely. Granted, still, I'd say even the green team's favor. They might not have the stock lead. Okay. Now they do.
Okay, that's good.
Can he do this? This is... I mean, this is Seagull, Joe, and Junebug. Junebug, so a lot of people are considering, especially given his recent wins, to be one of the best, if not the best player in Project M right now against Oracle.
That's what I constantly hear. Junebug is the best. Junebug is the best.
I mean, he's done so much. He's done so much, winning tournaments like Low Tier City 3s, Show Me Your Moves, in the past month alone. And it's just looking really trying right now.
So this is going to be a really tough mountain to climb for Oracle.
The one thing that he does have is the fact that Rob, definitely a really tanky character, can eat a lot of damage, but as we've seen throughout this set, Seagull, Joe, and Junebug have just done a really good job of ending the stocks pretty efficiently.
That is an enormous part of doubles. An enormous part of doubles. You want to end those stocks as quickly as possible because you weaken one side of the team, you weaken both sides of the team.
Wait a minute. Have you noticed Seagull Joe's percentage right now?
Yeah, he's climbing up there right now.
Climbing up there. I mean, it would be a little far-fetched, but one could dream. Game 1 going in favor of Team DK, but
Team DK. Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong.
There's still Team DK.
Whatever you want to say. Yeah, technically.
They're part of the DK crew. Okay, but yeah, Oregon. Funny enough, I spent the ages of 2 to 10 in this place called Vancouver, Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Right by Portland, you know, just a bridge away.
Yep.
And my dad worked in Portland. So Oregon, super hype, man. Mountain Hood, Monoma Falls. Like, I remember climbing and hiking around those areas.
Dude, Oregon's got some fantastic hiking spots.
God.
It's gorgeous there.
I went to the PDX to go visit my girl in Seattle, right? And it was my first time going back to the north in quite some time. And my first time in particular going to Vancouver. And I was just blown away at how beautiful all of it was. Like, whenever I came back and I took the train to PDX from Seattle, I remember getting on the public rail system and looking around and being like, this is the most beautiful, like, rail system ever. Like, there's like mountains in front of you and trees all around you and lakes, and it's just changing like wherever you're going. Like, it was gorgeous.
It's really awesome to look at.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But hey, you know, let's see if we can maybe see some gorgeous gameplay in game number 2. Seagull, Joe, and Junebug, they were able to take game 1 pretty solid overall.
Yeah, it was kind of close. It was close enough that you're going to say, okay, this team can still definitely pull this out. It's not far-fetched by any means.
There's 2 things that I think that needs to happen for this to really shift in the red team's favor. 1, Oracle has to live up to that tag. He has to live up to that tag. And 2, there has to be some kind of way that Babaganoush can get that offensive pressure started. He needs to be able to drop those mines like that. Nice. That was clutch. Opening off really strong. And look at the opportunity. That was a perfect follow-up from Oracle after that nice detonation from Babaganoush.
8 stocks, 7 stocks to 6 right now. This is a really strong opening from the red team.
Definitely. We're already seeing just how much the red team has improved from Babaganoush actually being able to utilize some of his explosives. Ooh, Oracle right side of the stage trying to go for the dunk, but getting hit by the command grab. Look at the continued string that we're seeing from
Junebug, yeah, he was really putting in work over there.
He got a little off guard by the get-up attack, but still, really solid combo.
Love that from Seagull Joe. Just comes up, grabs that Rob and throws it back.
Babaganoush.
He's not getting my teammate today.
Triple digits right now, and nearing the 200% range for Babaganoush. Oracle also in those triple digits.
I just realized this is a heavy team. They're both like heavy characters. They're gonna live.
Yeah.
They're gonna live a long time.
Just as we say that, both of them do fall down a stock. Slight stock lead right now for the green team, but percents very much in the red team's favor.
Yeah, and a percent, like a really high percent, is basically a stock.
Especially when you have characters like Throb and Snake. We saw the explosive potential, no pun intended, from the first stocks in this second game. All Oracle and Babaganoush need to do is just continue that sort of mentality. If they can maybe clutch out game 2.
Right now, stocks are evened up. Percent lead still going to the green team right now.
Tried to use a Cypher to sneak up an up air on Seagull Joe, but Seagull very wisely jumping to avoid that option.
Or with the laser across the stage, trying to sneak up on Junebug.
Those air dashes, those air dashes from Rob, so tricky. Get clocked from out of nowhere. But speaking of getting clocked, on the right side of the stage, you see Oracle on the receiving end of that S smash, but he's right there.
But he lives. He's going to go up. He's going to go up for that chase on Seagull Joe. Junebug shuts him out.
Very good team play from June right now. Both actually very good team play from both Seagull and June. But just as I say that, June ends up taking out his own teammate. That's unfortunate. Commentator's curse at its finest.
Just happened twice, actually. All right, Babaganoush trying to get back on the stage without getting punished, and he is not able to do it.
And on the left side of the stage, Oracle has his stock flung right away from him. That back air.
That really hurt them.
Yeah,
Dying at the same time. They're down an entire stock right now. This is usually the turning point in doubles, though, I want to say.
Yes.
You've got those last 1 to 2 stocks. It's when someone dies, someone takes a stock, and everything gets turned around.
Couldn't have said it better, Mofag.
Sorry, what?
I said I couldn't have said it better.
Oh, there we go.
We're having a conversation here. It's going to be good.
Isn't it great to just talk about Smash?
It is. I mean, that's why this is like the best job in the world.
Exactly.
You get paid to talk about a game you love. What's not to love?
Seagull Joe sneaking back up on the right side of the stage, throwing some peanuts.
Ooh, the surprise detonation. Ooh. Not going to be enough to take the stock out, but I really did enjoy it.
All right, the DK team in a top position, but
yeah, he barely missed that barrel spike on the right side. But on the left side, you can see Babaganoush having such a hard time, and right there, Green Team doing an excellent job of capitalizing.
Okay, this is a tough spot right now.
So tough for this.
They need to close out the stocks for Team DK.
Oh man, I hope that the bet wasn't they have to shave their beards and hair.
Oh, that should have been it.
In that sense, it's an ESAM match.
Like, honestly, okay,
else.
that would be a way higher stakes match.
Oh yeah,
than any amount of money.
I think Seagull Joe would be pretty okay with that. He's like, oh, shaving my beard and hair? No problem. I will take those terms. Never been able to grow a beard in my life. Babaganoush has that back throw. Has a little bit of time. Sets up so much mind pressure right now. But whoa, really smart detonation. Really smart. I'm not sure if he used the peanut to detonate that or if it's just because of Babaganoush's proximity, but either way.
Really cool. Either way, he got it detonated and it's not a problem anymore.
The only problem right now is coming back onto the stage.
He gets a tech.
Good, but he's at such a high percentage, and that's it. Couldn't get the last tech in there. 2-1 right now for Seagull Joe and Junebug. They're going to need the reverse sweep if they want to.
It looks like the problem really is that Babaganoush and Oracle, they're not closing out the stocks. They're racking up that damage really well, but they're just not closing out the stocks. They're not getting the gimps that they need to, and they're not getting those finishers. And part of that is not necessarily their own fault, but a part of that is that Junebug and Seagull Joe are covering each other really, really well.
Yes.
As soon as one of them's in trouble, the other one comes over, grabs the opponent, throws him away.
They're always there to finish each other's sandwiches.
Exactly.
Nothing more to it. But yeah, I love their team synergy overall. They've definitely been friends for a while, and it really shows in their gameplay. It's like they're always there for each other.
It's really cool. You play together and play together for so long. Like, sometimes you don't even need to make the plan. You just know what the other person's going to do. You're
exactly.
Just like, I know what you're going to do. Don't worry, I got you covered. I'll be waiting over here with the forward air.
But here we go. Maybe we're going to be seeing some character swaps. Oracle is known for making the random button, and here comes the Wario.
And we're going to Battlefield right now.
Interesting. You know, it's been definitely a minute since I've seen Oracle's Wario. Usually I see him repping something like the Charizard and even the Wolf, but the Wario, wow. I have to really think back as the last time that I saw this pick.
Well, he is a tanky character. He is a character that can just throw those hitboxes out and not give a crap. You know, he can just throw them out and be like, all right, I dare you to run into my hitbox right now. I dare you to try and beat it. So he's just a safer character overall, and I think maybe that's what they're going for. They want to live a little bit longer.
And look at that beautiful edge hog from Oracle on the right side, taking that stock from Junebug. Red team, they took the stock in the first stock in the second game, but couldn't quite walk away with the win overall. But maybe things will change here. Maybe things will change. Oh, that was so clean!
Follow-up.
That was so clean. You know, I mean, we've definitely gushed a lot about just how solid the teamwork from Seagull Joe and from Junebug is, but overall, the cognizance that I'm seeing from Oracle and Babaganoush, how they're right there to finish each other's combos, ooh, so nice. So nice. Very tense.
Right now, Babaganoush really trying to finish off Junebug right there, and he's got a chance.
He does.
Oh. Misses that back air, though.
But catches him with the Cypher. Ooh. Nice. But, oh, whoa.
Honestly, it's gonna be the end of Oracle's stock.
Bit unfortunate.
Yeah, but they do actually have the stock advantage at this point. I guess that back air in is gonna finish him. It is.
Very well done. And he got the sticky. He got the sticky button. He got interrupted before he could detonate. That is really unfortunate for the red team, but really well played right now by the green team.
Okay, I like that. Dropped the grenade, picked it back up, went over to Seagull Joe.
Oh! Don't sleep on me, boy. Don't sleep on me.
Right, Babaganoush was in a tough spot right there. He was really looking for a way out. Luckily, his teammate came and bailed him out.
I'm curious to see what's really made it so that this red team has turned this around in this game. Aside from the counter pick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it's a save. Like, something had to have played in their playstyle. The wins from Seagull, and Junebug were dominant enough that they had to change something in their playstyle. It wasn't something they could fix with the counter pick.
That's true. And something else is Babaganoush and Oracle, they don't team together ever. This might be honestly their first time teaming. I might want to fact check me on that, but I think that the nice thing about that is even though you don't start with the strongest synergy, as the set goes on, you learn a little bit more about the person sitting next to you. And overall, I think that might have a contributing factor as to why these games have gotten a little bit closer. At least in the mid game. End game. Ooh,
yeah. End game is looking a little bit closer right now. All that has to happen is Babaganoush loses this stock, and he'll be pretty much back to even.
Yep, he's detonating that C4 immediately. He wants to have that option available to him.
Both of the red team members off the stage. Wow. That was a terrible situation.
Hey, Seagull Joe gets tranked, gets KO'd.
That is the worst case scenario situation when you have both of your members off the stage on opposite sides.
Because there's nothing that either of you can do to save the other one.
Yeah, you can't help each other. You just have to hope. You got to go back to your singles mentality at that point. Hope you get back on the stage.
It's just such a rough situation. So rough. Can't quite detonate that mine just yet.
Yeah,
in the vicinity, but I'm not sure if that shield was reactive, as in Babaganoush said, "Oh, I'm going to mine right now." But I mean, look on the player cam; they're definitely talking it out as to what each other wants.
Over and talking to him.
That shield on Babaganoush definitely whittling very low. He's going to retreat to top platform, trying to get away from the action temporarily. Nice grab.
Ooh. Doesn't follow it up with that back air.
He's been whiffing a lot on these falling bears, unfortunately. But
right now, dude, it's just Junebug.
Yeah, we got so caught up in the bears that we missed the fact that it looks like they're on the verge of taking this game.
All right, charges up B just enough that he can recover, and that's going to do it. All right, so we're to 2-1. Oracle and Babaganoush take their first game.
Really good by both players. I liked at the end how Oracle really played it safe even though they had the stock lead. I was expecting him to drop down with the dare and just finish it, but he was just like, you know what? Let me make sure I have complete control of the stage. I got to be able to trust my partner as well and just make sure that I can bring this one home. So here we go. This is 2-1 right now in Oracle and Babaganoush with their first win.
Yeah.
Seagull Joe and Junebug actually having the advantage. Trying to help out whoever's running the stream right now in regards to that numbers.
No, he's not. He doesn't have his headphones on.
He doesn't have his headphones. It's still 1, Neptune. It's still 1.
2-1.
It's 2-1, not 3-0. Oracle and Babaganoush have 1, and Junebug and Seagull have 2.
But here we go. Oh man, I hate this stage. I can't express how much I hate this stage.
Okay, I'm gonna let you vent for a little bit.
It is a tiny little stage, and you can't, like, at least in singles, you can't get away from anybody on this stage. If you're a spacing type of a player, it's just such a it's a terrible stage if you want to space, if you want to throw projectiles, because people will get on you and they won't get off. The Foxes, the Falcos, the Ganondorfs. This is actually a fantastic stage for Ganondorf. But going back to the doubles aspect of this right now, I feel like it's just so claustrophobic, it would be very difficult to do proper teams play here. So I'm not sure, quite sure what they're thinking.
Well, maybe they're thinking about the fact that Babaganoush, like we said before, in a stage like Battlefield, has so much more room to work with and so much more room overall to set up that pressure with the mines. But with a small, congested stage like this, he doesn't have that same luxury. He's going to need to rely on those vulnerability frames at the beginning of the stocks to set up for most of the pressure. Or he's going to need to wait for some off-stage situations where the Red Team can potentially clear the landing zone, and then maybe he can set up some of that pressure.
Yeah, that's going to take care of Oracle stock. 3-3-3-3.
That sounds like...
this is some good Smash.
Yeah, that sounds like an MGMT album right there. Or maybe like an MA3 album. We'll see.
Some bites. Catches Seagull Joe with that mine. Not going to be able to follow up on it because Junebug cornered both of the other team's characters off the left side.
Yep. Shielding right through that attempted F-smash attempt on the right-hand side of the stage by Seagull Joe. And a nice up air after that downer to go ahead and seal out the stock.
And then Babaganoush is going to go ahead and lose his stock right there. And it is still even in terms of stocks right now. Although I want to say that's Junebug, who's got a whole lot of percent on him right now. And he's ready to pop at any second.
Oracle, he's going to need to use that Waft as a survival tool instead of a KO option. Ooh, and he ends up actually losing the stock before June. June's somehow still living, but Oracle wielding that banana so well. How is Junebug still living? I honestly know that up air wasn't enough.
There he goes, dude. 188 though. That's a good. That is a landmark.
June was like, you know what? I should have died anyways. Let me just give this to you instead.
Like I really should have died.
Seagull Joe ends up finding his way back onto the stage and is putting a decent amount of pressure right now on Oracle. Oh, but ends up getting ciphered into back air. Gonna be losing that stock.
Still even in stocks every single time. Every stock, every section of this match has been even in stocks.
Yeah, they're playing horse. They're playing horse. Simple as that.
Ooh. Very nice one there. He's gonna get this.
Oh, he missed the waveland. He missed the waveland onto the stage. That was really unfortunate for Oracle. And the F smash is gonna bring him down to 1 as well. The one thing that the red team has is the fact that they have the percent lead. They're gonna need to maintain that above everything else. Because think about this: if they take this stock from one of them, right, then they come back in at really high percents.
You gotta take that stock quick. In this situation, you gotta take the stock quick. Otherwise, you may as well be a stock down.
Yes. And this is really critical for the red team. Holding onto that ledge, but whoa, Seagull Joe a little bit too low before unleashing the recovery, and right there the turnaround!
Takes it. Oh man.
Junebug finds himself in a 2v1.
Which is definitely not an insurmountable 2v1 right now, but okay, so now this is where this stage becomes really, really bad. I mean, 2v1 is bad enough already. It's bad enough already. But now with this stage, he's not going to have anywhere to run.
That's true. At the same time, Oracle and Babaganoush got to have really good chemistry to make sure that they're respecting each other's zones, especially on such a small contested stage like this.
Now, it does make the team chemistry just a little bit harder. You saw right there, a little bit of friendly fire right there.
Yeah, this is definitely doable for Junebug. Both of the red team members on those triple-digit percents.
They can't afford to do any trades right now. Because Junebug has a percent advantage. Oh! With the waft. Was that a mine? That was a waft into a mine. Or like a sticky.
That was
great, man.
When did you get the stick on? When did you get the stick?
I don't know, dude. I saw him blow up. Went off that side of the stage. 2-2 right now. Bringing it back from what was a mostly dominant showing from Seagull Joe and Junebug.
It's a combination, I think, of the character swap as well as the fact that both of these players are having a lot more chemistry with each other.
Yeah, they're leaning in, they're talking to each other, they're really trying to make a plan. Don't go back to that stage, thank you. Get your cursor away from that stage.
I don't know about Dreamland. I would feel like Dreamland would be pretty questionable to some extent.
I think so too. I mean, yeah, like they've got the heavy team. They would live with the heavy team on Dreamland.
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised with a pick like Fountain, to be honest.
Go back to Rob and then picking Dreamland.
Really smart counter pick from Oracle. And I don't know if, I mean, they definitely had to consider it, but still, 200% the tag is definitely going to live on here. Dreamland, of course, having the largest blast zones in the game, and make it so that, especially with some proper DI, both of these red team members can live at extraordinary amounts.
I think because the last stage was so small, they felt like they were claustrophobic, and they were just so crowded that they couldn't really get that much done.
That's true, especially from a peel standpoint. Keep in mind that even though you may have mitigated some of Snake's options from a projectile standpoint, you also made it so it was that much more difficult for Diddy Kong to utilize the banana peel. And that is one of the things that makes the character so scary and so devastating. When you can't have that option, it could be bad news bears.
Yeah, it's going to take away a lot of the playability from the character, or at least a lot of the scariness.
Here's the thing. Right now, the green team does have a pretty nice percentage lead, but it's gone. And it's gone.
Seagull Joe went way too far down to recover right there.
But whoa, ends up making it up really nicely. What a beautiful setup. Junebug right there to pick up some of those pieces.
All right, Babaganoush was trying to get a Trank over there. And, nice. Okay, that's going to be the end for that character.
Yep. It's going to be a stock on for Junebug. Red team still retaining this lead as Babaganoush playing the role of that stock tank so nicely. And look at him, this big stage allowing him to have so much more room for that political pressure, but the fair gonna knock him down a stock.
Okay, Babaganoush coming in from the top. Don't quite know what his plan was right there. Maybe just wanted to mix things up, make them a little scared of Snake's presence.
Presence. That's a really good descriptive word, honestly. And I think that's something that Snake definitely has on this stage overall. So much breathing room to maneuver around, plant some of those traps, and really, work with some great full screen options.
There are a lot of camping opportunities. I mean, both of these characters can be campy characters. I mean, this Robin Snake team.
And don't forget, Oracle himself playing a character like Rob. Of course, has some campy options, but you can have a degree of campiness to you as even Diddy Kong. You have that Soul Fist available.
Yeah, you've got the peanuts, you've got the banana.
Ooh, great Cypher after that down air attempt.
All right, but he's up above the stage again. He's not going to get punished for it. Oracle coming in there, covering his teammate.
And just the mere presence of Babaganoush made it so that Junebug had to think twice about continuing the combo. Back here. Ooh.
Friendly fire.
Yeah.
Not take out Seagull Joe.
Stocks are tied right now, but Babaganoush on the right side of the stage has to find a way to recover, and that's going to give so much time for Seagull and for Junebug to just sandwich Oracle.
See, I actually really like that decision. They were like, okay, you know what? Rather than go after Babaganoush, we're going to go after Oracle right now because he has almost no % on it, and we need to get that lead.
That's true, and look at them. It paid off pretty nicely, but ooh, finally the stock is shed from Babaganoush, and the green team still retaining that third stock, which I think is really critical.
If he can keep that stock and just be a little bit more campy, I think Seagull Joe. Got to keep that stock.
So this is something worth noting. The way that the green team died a lot of that last game was off of the top. And a stage like this with such a high blast zone, not only on the sides but also on the top, is going to make so that the green team, like we saw before, is able to live to some of those higher percentages.
All right, Oracle's trying to make something happen right now. He's being pretty cautious with his approach. I think he's waiting for Babaganoush to get back in there and cover Seagull Joe so we can really take on Junebug.
Oh, I heard the sticky. When's it going to be detonating? It's going to be so chaotic, especially since there's two players involved right now. Seagull Joe drops down a little bit too low, ends up losing that stock, and he's down to just one.
And they're really going to go after Oracle right now and take that stock.
Can't believe that they got away with that. They were able to take out Oracle so quickly.
Yeah, that's not something you usually see. It takes a bit of running around and a bit of reading, usually. That one was instant. Ooh, tries to go for the hard read right there, just get the forward air spike on him instantly.
Really wise from Seagull not popping that monkey flip immediately. Otherwise, he would have probably found clutches into that.
Oracle taking a beating over there.
Yeah, honestly, both of the red team members are in the triple digits.
Gets him with the trank.
What was that? I blinked and I missed it.
He air dodged to grab the banana. I think he just fell back off the stage.
That is not what you want to see. But luckily, he was at a pretty high percentage already. So
yeah, so
it could have been worse.
Not the hugest loss. But right now, only Babaganoush remains with 2 stocks. Everyone else down to 1 stock and taking pretty significant damage here.
Honestly, Oracle has to hold on to this stock for dear life.
Yes, he does. I think right now what they want to do, Babaganoush and Oracle, they want to go up to Junebug and just rack up that % right now.
They need to, because think about how this would play out, right? Let's say Seagull and Oracle are out, right? Then it's a one-on-one between Babaganoush and Junebug. And Babaganoush, while he's a great snake, I honestly don't know if he has it in him to take out Junebug in a one-on-one.
All right, but they get Junebug up to 46%, a reasonable %.
May have nearly been the end for Oracle there if it wasn't for some pretty solid DI. Still living, using that laser just to get some pressure away from him.
All those peanuts, double peanut gun going in.
What did I say? Diddy has plenty of camping tools available.
Looking like Samus spam over there.
Whoa. This might be the opportunity that the red team needs. He puts him to sleep, and look at the conversion. But this is the thing that we were worried about. This is what we were worried about. Babaganoush versus Junebug. What Babaganoush does have is a nice % advantage, so if he can maybe land 1 trank, he can change this game around.
That 122%. What do you think Snake is going to be trying to kill with right now?
I mean, I think he's put down all the mines already. He's probably going to need to find his way onto the ground first. Maybe set up for something like a trank to just put him to sleep and then maybe KO with the axe.
Right now, very nice back air. He's still racking out that percent. He is at 115 himself, though.
Ooh, gets the Cypher, but not the best follow-up afterwards. Trying to put on the pressure with those projectiles. He has June in the corner. Grenade goes off, sets up another one for good measure as well. And look at him. June has to literally play Minesweeper right now and find a way around all of these explosives.
Right, Babaganoush being very careful right now. He was staying in his shield. He did not want to take any hits.
June gets the Soul Fist. Wow, the mine goes off, but Babaganoush still living. Percents near even, 2% difference.
Right, nice decision to use the Cypher right there. Took away Junebug's option to follow up with the back air.
Oh, the peel's getting passed back and forth. Junebug retaining it right now. Back here. Babaganoush, not the best yet. Trying to go for the opposite tech. Has to go ahead and land it, but too close to the blast zone. Couldn't get the detonation off. Heartbreaker, but
really good games. Fantastic set. I really enjoyed watching the turnaround. The first two games, like we said, were dominating for Seagull Joe and Junebug. And then Oracle and Babaganoush just brought it back to a very respectable set.
Oh, wait. That was so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch.
And I'm not sure what we got coming up next. I hope it's as good as that, though. That was a fantastic set.
I think up next, Neptune might be tagging in. And we're going to be commentating a... Oh, never mind. He's not. His voice is out. So we're going to be doing, I think, a snake... Oh, there's no more matches.
Oh, there's no more matches.
That's so...